I'd like to call the special call meeting of the Bluff City Board of Mayor and Aldermen to order Tuesday, February the 12th, 2019, 3 p.m. Shan.
Alderwoman Madison.
Here.
Alderman Ward.
Here.
Vice Mayor Harrington.
Here.
Alderman Smith. Alderman Bowling.
Here.
And the next thing on the agenda is a prayer by Alderman Richard Bowling and immediately following the Pledge of Allegiance.
Lord, as we come to you today, we thank you so much for the many blessings you've given to us, and Lord, for the many blessings that we know about and the ones we don't know about that you gave us today. So, Lord, now we ask you to be with us throughout this meeting, and the decisions made here today be for the benefit of the citizens of Bluff City. Now, Lord, we ask you to be with us and keep us safe. For these things we ask in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Citizens' comments. The first session, you have a comment, come to the podium, give your name, address, and phone number.
Carolyn Payne, 4818 Bluff City Highway. Before we go to discussion and action, I would like to know why Mr. Oliver resigned. I thought he was doing an excellent job. Water plant is up and running as of yesterday for the first time. And then the overflows. Wednesday night, the main break on Main Street, which caused everything to go down. I'm sure he was out there digging in the ditches. This is not making a whole lot of sense here. So, can anybody? And Tina, I cannot. Tina Grindstaff, are you going to discuss what her qualifications are? Because I do know, but I want to know that you all ask all these questions before you vote. Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have a comment? Okay, if not, we'll move on to discussion and action. We'd like to get a motion and a second to hire to use Teresa Nidifer and Tina Grindstaff as our water plant operator until we find a full-time operator. And it would be $300 a month for their 2 licenses and $30 an hour as needed.
And that 300 is for both licenses?
Yes.
Not per?
Each one of them have 2 licenses, but they're going to work together whenever Teresa can't do it. Then Tina will.
Okay. And Tina had been running the Bristol Bluff plant for 30 years. 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who we currently get our water from, too, right?
Yes.
Or had been. I'll make a motion to approve them.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Madison.
Yes.
Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington.
Yes.
Alderman Bowling.
Yes.
Okay, we're down to the last citizen comments. If you have a comment, come to the podium, give your name, address, and phone number.
Carol Keith, 305 Lakeview Circle, Bluff City. I know this is not going to do any good, but I was gone for 2 weeks. I got my water. I even paid an extra $13 credit for my water bill, and I thought, well, it'd be okay because it'll be a little bit cheaper. I checked my mail, and I got my water bill, and it was $134. And I was gone for 2 weeks. I'm anxious to see what this one's going to be because I was gone for 2 weeks. $134, and that's ridiculous.
Can I ask, how many gallons are you using? How many gallons was that? Did you look?
I want to say 56, but I'm not sure.
So
But I've been
5,600
I
gallons?
saved my water bills, and I will bring them. And I say that to say this: a water bill for $134, and then you look on there, $7.50 extra if you want leaves picked up. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Everybody gets a free one. So.
Well, yeah, once a month. But Irene, Mary Wells, I say that to say this: some of the men and women that are older, they like to piddle in their yard. That gives them something to do. And they live on a fixed income. And you know as well as I do, you can rake your yard one day and the next day they're full of leaves. And then you have to pay somebody. It's ridiculous. And I hate to say this, but y'all are robbing the people. You're robbing the people. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but God knows. And it's not right. And we will not be blessed until we do what's right. So $134 for water bill.
That's for your sewer, water.
Sewer and water. And my auntie lives in Johnson City, and her water bill is only $30. And she's got a humongous home and about 3 or 4 bathrooms.
You need to compare your gallons that you're using and see. I mean, if you weren't home for 2 weeks.
No, sir, I wasn't.
Was anybody in the house?
Just my son, and he works and he's in college. And he eats out. And
Have
he
you checked for
bottled
any
water.
leaks?
Yes, we have. But I can bring you a list of my water bills. 1 month it's like $70. Then another month it's $90. And then another month it's $134. Then it's $80. I mean, it just jumps around, and it can't be right. And I buy water. And I have 3 bathrooms in my home, and I have cut down to 1 bathroom. I mean, it's ridiculous. And something is not right. And something needs to be done, because I'm going to tell you, this Deacon Richard and Deacon Ray, y'all are Christians, I know. And God sees it all, and it will not be blessed.
Does anybody else have a comment? Yes, you can. Come on up to the podium.
All right. Regarding her water bill, we would have to look into like which month it was, because in certain months we had more days on more days. So I mean that's that part of it. And then actually, when it comes to the brush pickup, that type stuff, everybody's not getting charged that rate. It's just those who, let's say, for instance, they put out more than 1 pile, like if they're actually doing a bunch of cleaning up, and we're having to come to that site numerous times just to get it cleaned up, they will get charged for those extra loads. But just for your standard little small brush pickup, twigs and stuff,
But can't
leaves.
you do something good for the citizens without wanting something for it? I mean, it's not your fault.
Well,
It's
it's not a matter of doing something for a person. Where it all comes to, you got some folks who you allow them to get that free brush pickup, and they overdo it. So I mean, I know you may not utilize those brush pickups as much as others do, but we have some people that kind of take advantage of it. And I mean, like, there's some places we'll spend a whole day picking up just one person's brush pile, and that's not fair to the rest. And
Didn't you have it happen one time where somebody had hired somebody?
yeah, somebody, like, we have folks come in, they'll hire a contractor to cut their brush or whatnot.
And leave it.
Contractors don't pick it up, and then we're basically left with that load.
Well, we pay city taxes and
Bring
everything.
your truck down there and use your backhoe to pick up logs and stuff. Do you charge people for that?
It all depends on the quantity. Like, if it's if it would equate to a whole truckload, then they'll get that first one for free, and then that second one it'll be charged after that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
$7.50 on $134.
yeah, that's actually
old trailer move, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
yes.
It's cheap, but when you're counting your dimes and living on a fixed income.
Honey, I paid $1,500 to get a tree or something.
But that's all I have.
You know,
Thank you, Alan.
I just got a couple of questions. What does the city do for the citizens? We pay for our water. We pay for our trash pickup. We pay for, now you want to charge us for picking up this little bit of garbage on the side of the road. What does the city do for the
citizens? Nothing. Used to, we got free garbage pickup. Water was $5. I know that was back in the old days, but anymore. And why are we having such a hard time keeping a water plant operator? We've had, 2 or 3 since I've been here. I ain't been here for 5 more. I've been moved back 5 years.
From quitting.
They must be resigning for a reason, ma'am. There got to be a reason. That's about it. Well, don't you think we ought to do something for the citizens? And I heard one more little rumor. Someone called me and told me that y'all were planning on going up on the water again.
No.
You've never heard? You hadn't heard that rumor?
That must be fake media.
Yeah. At CNN.
You must be a trouble.
Yeah, I heard that. Somebody
well, that's
told
what
me.
I heard.
Heard
You know
that.
what? The last time I heard it, it come to fruition. The last time I heard it, it come to fruition.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard it too?
Yes, I heard that. And I told him I didn't know.
I hadn't heard anything about water going up.
No, I wouldn't expect you all to say anything. I wouldn't expect it. I understand that. Okay. All right. Thank you. Just asking.
So you think we're lying to you?
No, sir. I just think you're not. Well, it's probably a half truth. Yeah. And a half truth's a lie. You're right. I think that.
I don't appreciate that.
I've got used to it.
I don't like to be called a liar.
Julie Vimblecari, 209 Smith Street Extension, Bluff City. I just want to make a comment on the trash being picked up and charging $7. That was enforced years ago. It became a law or something years ago. It had nothing to do with this board. They're just now going to enforce it. It was probably back in 2009, late 90s. It's been a law. It's not this board. Y'all, everybody needs to know that.
And what if they was saving?
Well,
what if they was,
yeah, you want us for accusing these people not nothing for the city.
Okay.
what if they 7 or 8 loads of trash up and down the road right now to be picked up?
And
what do you want fixed? You want that? You want the water fixed? You want the trash picked up?
I'm not complaining about it.
No, she's not.
No, she's
I mean, that's what I'm.
I don't have a problem with it. Even if they charged the first time, I would not have a problem with it.
Right.
I'm just trying to defend y'all. Anyway, that came along years ago.
You're right.
I know that. And as far as the sewer and all that going up, you need to go back to 99 for that. Probably when Taylor was in there, he's the one who closed our sewer plant down and decided it'd be cheaper. And Miss Delaney thought it'd be cheaper if we bought outside. And I tried to tell them, common sense will tell you, it might be now that our sewer plant needs to be worked on, but it sure ain't going to be in the long run. So this board has nothing to do with that. Now the state now, they make you charge for sewer to keep it up. When we had our own sewer plant, we didn't have to pay for sewer. We just had to pay for water. So everybody needs to know that instead of coming here and complaining and try to work together and know your facts first too.
Honey, you missing the point.
No, I'm not missing
Yes,
the point.
you are.
You had your time, I got my time.
Well,
It's just frustrating to hear it. I don't agree with everything they do.
Carol, you had to just let her talk.
And I fear people, and as far as these employees quit all the time. And I'll tell you one thing, I don't know the reason behind them quitting, but I know one thing, the engineer that the city does have, I think he needs to quit, or that firm, because he's misleading to y'all. And tell me if I'm wrong now, every project in the last several years, y'all went by his recognition. I understand that. By the lowest bidder, no matter what the project was, that's not always the best thing to do. You sometimes take the in-between, because the in-between one, or even the most highest ones, is going to calculate what happens if something happens. Something comes up unexpectedly. You're going to have to spend a lot of money. See, so by the time that y'all have to come back, have a meeting to a lot more money for something, you could have got it probably the same price, if not cheaper, with somebody that was a little higher. I mean, I know he's supposed to try to save you money, but in the long run, I don't believe he is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is anybody else? If not, I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
Take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Madison,
Yes.
Alderman Ward,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Bowen.
Here, yes.
Kurt Alexander mentioned the name Jim Crawford.